So it seems like woodwinds or piano would be for me. Obviously drums as well, but like I'm not having a drum kit in my house. I could get a digital drum set. You should learn sax. That's a lot of investment and very expensive. If I'm gonna learn a woodwind, it's either gonna be like a flute or trumpet. Clarinet is not interesting to me. The recorder would be a good intro, probably, because that's like literally what it's made for. But I hate that idea. I don't know, man. I want an easy to play instrument that sounds nice, that's lightweight. Like it just seems like I'm asking for an instrument that doesn't exist. A guitar seems to be the answer, but I don't like it. God damn it. Now that Fortuna's been visiting, he bought a new guitar, which is a really cool guitar, by the way. It's the something lava something or other. Let me see if I can find it. Lava guitar. And it makes me want to learn an instrument so fucking bad, dude. It's this duder. It's actually really cool. There's an amp in it where you can adjust the dials here, and you can actually get reverb, chorus, and delay on your notes on an acoustic guitar without an external amp or whatever, which is really cool. Relatively inexpensive, too, as far as how expensive I know guitars can get. But the problem with me, like, I've held and fucked around, and, like, Fortuna's, like, given me, like, some early tips of, like, this is how you do X, Y, Z. And I ask a lot of questions, and I find it very interesting mechanically, the guitar. But when it comes to actually putting it into practice and playing the guitar mechanically, I do not like how rough the strings are on your fingers. Like, you can use a pick, though that's not always good for certain types of music you're playing on guitar, for your strumming hand. But for your fingering hand, like, there's no getting around it. You're having to fuck with your fingertips to hold these strings down and slide them around. And I just don't really vibe with that. Well, I know you get used to it, but I don't want to, is the problem. It's not that the strings feel rough. It's that having to depress the strings by pressing on them with my fingers is enough of a discomfort on my fingertips. And mechanically speaking, I don't think stringed instrument is for me. At least not one that I use my fingers with. Maybe one with a bow, like a fucking violin or a cello, but probably not that either. And that's more expensive anyway. So it seems like woodwinds or piano would be for me. Obviously drums as well, but like I'm not having a drum kit in my house. I could get a digital drum set, but I don't want to. And electric is easier on the fingers if you go for guitar. I imagine there are like electric guitars with like simple amps, so you don't need an external amp. Kind of like this thing, right? Like this is an acoustic guitar with an amp inside it, so that you could have chorus, reverb, etc. from an acoustic guitar, which is really cool. I imagine there's an electric guitar like that, where like you don't need an external amp for it to sound. Obviously, it might sound better with an external amp and whatnot, but this sounds really fucking cool though. Especially in Fortuna's capable guitar-playing hand. And about an electric violin? I don't think so. Piano's my vibe for sure. Sure, yeah, but the problem with that is that pianos are fucking big. That's the big issue. Like, guitars are big too. But, like, you could just, like, hang them on a wall or have them sit on a stand on the floor. And you could just pull them out and play whenever. And I really like that idea. They're very portable as well. Because you can keep them in a bag. You're strapped around your body. With a piano, like, for a full keyboard, you need a stand for that. Like, theoretically, you could, like, sit on your lap and play it. But, like, that seems really bad for, like, your posture. So, like, they're, like, long, they're clunky, you need a stand for them. So, one, they're going to be difficult to store in my room, because I already don't have that much room to begin with. So, that's going to make it harder to, like, just pick up and play. So, piano, while it seems like a dank meme, you could get a small synthesizer. As far as I'm aware, for learning piano, you don't want to start with anything smaller than the standard for the amount of keys, which makes sense to me. Like, I have a stinky 25-key MIDI keyboard, but I'm not going to learn how to play piano on that thing. I'm just going to do simple bullshit in a DAW with that, which is why I got it way back when. Moving to smaller is easier from larger? Yeah, that makes sense. So then the next option... Like, if I had more room to just have a piano next to me over here, that would be the play. But I simply do not in my room. And I don't want to have it stored anywhere else. The other option would be to have, like, the piano, when I'm not using it, leaned up against a wall and just have a collapsible stand. But that's so much amount of effort that, like, to play the thing, even to dick around for a couple minutes, that it decreases the likelihood that I regularly use it, which is a big problem. So, like, having it permanently on a stand to the side of my desk would be the play, so that I could literally just do this and start fucking around, you know? But I just simply don't have the room for that, because my room is really small. So until I get a bigger room, I can't really do that. That was enough that I don't play? Yeah, exactly. I don't want to... I know myself, and I know when it comes to learning skills, especially creative pursuits, I need a lot going for me when it comes to being able to stick to it. So these amounts of detriments are likely to be enough to where it's probably not a good idea to invest in one. You know what I mean? Is it possible to put it in front of your bed? No. I can't put it in literally the front of my bed because my dresser is there and I need to be able to open that for my clothes. I can't put it on the side of my bed because I have under bed drawers that I store things in and regularly open. So I would have to move it every time, and that would be annoying. So the next best option would be to have it behind me, but the credenza's there. So I can't do that, because, like, otherwise I would just turn around and start playing or whatever. So, like, I would have to get rid of the credenza, which is not, like, an impossibility, but not ideal, because I like having it back there. And it does have me some storage space. I guess, theoretically, I could, like, get rid of the credenza, put it somewhere else in the house, whatever. Get, like, a big shelf and put it where the credenza is, and then have the piano be underneath that shelf on a stand that can pull out, and then get taller so that it's in position for me to play it. So that when I want to play it, all I have to do is pull out the stand a little bit, turn around like this, and play it. That is, like, the easiest option that I can think of right now, if I'm putting it behind me. But that makes me sad, because I like this credenza a lot. I think it looks neat. It's a cool design, you know, all that. But at least if there's a shelf above it, I can still put stuff on it like there is now. Essentially, the top of this credenza would be the shelf. And then the piano would sit underneath it, and I would pull it out on its stand. And... Got any flags hung? No, I'm not a big flag person. I don't really care about iconography and flags, vexillology. You should learn sax. That's a lot of investment and very expensive. If I'm going to learn a woodwind, it's either going to be like a flute or something. Clarinet is not interesting to me. Or trumpet. Recorder would be a good intro, probably. Because that's, like, literally what it's made for. But I hate that idea. Like, even flutes, I don't really like the idea of. Trumpet seems the most likely. Because I already have experience with, like, the mouth trumpet, which I'm sure there's some crossover. I do not already know music, at least not past what I've been able to intuit in my time listening to music and being alive. When it comes to playing an instrument, the closest thing I have to playing an instrument is my voice and beatboxing, which I'm actually not that bad with, so it'd likely help me. But, I don't know, man. I want an easy-to-play instrument that sounds nice, that's lightweight. Like, it just seems like I'm asking for an instrument that doesn't exist. Yeah, the kazoo. There you go. That isn't a kazoo. Problem with trumpet is that's really loud. Yeah, no shit. That's probably why I wouldn't play it. Guitar is nice, because if you have an electric guitar, you can, you know, have headphones in while you're playing. And, like, the sound of your strings is not loud. And acoustics, you can play quietly as well. Like, a guitar seems to be the answer. But I don't like it. God damn it. What if I got a synth-axe? Bass? Now, I would want to be able to play very intricate shit. Hi, Demi! Hello, boy. That's why I like piano, because I like the idea of playing, like, a very intricate piece. I want to buy this guitar. It seems pretty good. I'm not a guitar guy, but my friend who's visiting is, and he recently bought this and seems to very much like it. It has an amp in it, and it's an acoustic. So you can have reverb, chorus, and delay effects on your fucking guitar, your acoustic guitar, without needing an external amp, which is really cool. A really good busking guitar, it would seem. The other answer to my problem is literally just to try harder when it comes to beatbox. Learn more sounds and then actually try to compose routines. But I don't know that I necessarily care to do that. Like, I kind of just like beatbox for the way that I use it, which is just making stinky little songs while I'm fucking cooking or something, you know? Oh, absolutely, Excel. I would not doubt it. Yeah, beatbox as an autistic stim. Yeah, that's true. Or ADHD stim? One of the two, or both. Yeah. The other option is like the tiny finger piano. Those things are cute. What are those things called? Finger piano. Thumb piano? A mbira. These things are cute. Probably wouldn't be great on the thumb tips, though. Is it a mbira or a mbira? Or just a bira? Or a kalimba. This would be on the level of, like... I don't know how much investment this would actually be. It seems like a more chill investment. I think they have a small screen. Yeah, the newer versions of that guitar, HF, does have a small screen on the side, where the dials are on the one we're looking at. This one has dials on the side, but the newer versions have the touchscreen here instead. And I think more functionality. I was just looking at this one because this is the one that my friend who's visiting bought and has. That I've held in my own two hands. And, like, terribly played and essentially just plucked the strings of. A harpsichord? Learn this thing? What is this? Our violins? And no, that's too much money. The fuck is this? Glass harmonica.
So that, and it isn't just slow chords. You can do.
Every part of this instrument is extremely delicate.
That's crazy. Metal pan drum thingies, a handpan? That's an option. They do sound cool. They look like UFOs. This is so fucking hippie, though. This is so granola, man. Like, I should be a white person with dreads. Wearing a drug rug. And Birkenstocks. With John Lennon glasses and a fucking blunt in my mouth. While I play this thing. It does sound cool, though. That is true. And, like, I do like drumming. Because, like, obviously I like beatbox. And a lot of that, of what I'm doing is percussion. What about this? I'm sold on this thing. Oh, yeah, this is the classic. The Wintergatan? Or is it Wintergatan? Classic meme. This is just an insane thing to build. Fucking whimsical device. He's still working on a sequel to it? Goddamn. No, like, this is something you dedicate your life to. Insane. Dr. Seuss ass instrument, true. The fuck is a theremin? What is this? Electronic musical instrument controlled without physical contact by the performer. What the fuck? You fucking what, mate? The instrument's controlling section usually consists of two metal antennae, which function not as radio antennas, but rather position sensors. Each antennae forms one half of a capacitor. The fuck nerd shit is this? You hover your fingers over it to play it? Alien, please. Maybe I'll get a fucking mbira. Just for fun. Apparently, people are fucking selling them on Amazon. That's great. And Walmart. Love to buy a fucking thumb piano from Walmart. Start my music journey. Mini kalimba, 8 keys for $10. Free delivery from Walmart. That's crazy. 2 stars, 2 reviews. Damn. You could also make your own, as far as I'm aware. I know from my recorder research that high-end brands actually do sell on Amazon. Wasn't the theremin made by a trans woman? It sounds like an instrument that would be made by a trans woman. That's crazy. What about, Hannibal? What's, like Hannibal Lecter? Or like Hannibal Buress? What am I thinking about? Do you know the talk box? Yeah, talk boxes are cool as fuck. That does require you to know how to play the piano, though. Usually, like the keyboard. What about this guy? Oh, shit! Otamatone cover of the Amazing Digital Circus theme? Don't mind if I do. Ha! That's cute. Wait, do we get, like, actual... Oh, we don't get, like, an actual view of a person playing it? That's lame. Ah, yes, of course. Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. Otamatone cover. So fucking stupid, man. Automatones are neat. They're very funny. I like how whimsical they are. Well, that's a VOD mute. This is like 1-to-1. The original Evanescence song. What the fuck? Sorry. The amount of ass they gave to be here is actually insane. Like, the character already has a little bit of junk. Is 2B, like, 2B's a fucking android, right? Do android technically have, like, ethnicity? If they're designed to look like the expectation of a certain ethnicity? Regardless, it's a character created by, I believe, a Japanese creator. And generally speaking, from all of the Japanese female characters that I've seen, they tend to have shapely but not fucking massive fat asses. Now, of course, that's not a 100% guarantee. I'm sure there are some fucking bottom-heavy Japanese people out there. But that's the general take I'm seeing from creators of characters with ass that you can understand from looking at it, okay? You like the words that I use to avoid cancellation because I'm actually interested in being sensitive about such an issue. I'm just on a different level. Anyway. So to see this is just funny to me. I don't know. Because, like, clearly, big asses have always been in. It's just that, for a while, especially in the States, you know, Sir Mix-a-Lot came out, and that was actually a controversial take that he was having about liking big butts, because it actually was seen as better or whatever to have a small ass back then, which is weird to me. Like, all butts are good, whatever. But I can understand now that we've shifted. The zeitgeist has moved more toward fucking fat asses and wide hips, which is my preference. Inshallah, we will get everybody who wants one. Wide hips and a fat ass. For free. From the state. We're not there yet, though. I don't know where the fuck I got into this conversation, man. Why do you people watch me? I honestly don't remember. I think I started talking about this shit because I saw this scrolling Twitter. And the absolute proportions going on here were just funny to me. That's all. Given what I understand about 2B's character on model. But this is fan art, of course.